Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
New on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Pineapple Street Studios has just launched a new 8-part series podcast called My Fugitive. Great story about this dude, Howard Mechanic, who was a St. Louis college student who vanished after a riot that left an Air Force building burned to the ground. And this podcast has got lots of new information it reveals from 150,000 documents declassified in this lawsuit.
Yeah, I guess you got like the CIA, the FBI, the girl that witnessed it when she was a kid. She's like trying to find him now. It's a really fascinating story.
And if you like true crime stories, man, you're going to love My Fugitive. And you can binge all the episodes right now, all of them exclusively on the new Odyssey app. Odyssey, if you haven't heard about it, man, Odyssey is brand new and it's brand awesome. Your home, your audio home for all the podcasts, musics, news, all the musics. The news and sports, everything that matters to you, man. That's Odyssey, AUDACY.
Oh, there was a boy by the name of Miggs. Each morning at the crack of dawn, the cry for challenge came. From over hill and yonder dale, young men and women came. As 60 seconds ticked along, the result was the same. Beat Miggs, don't be a loser. Beat Miggs, you might be a loser. Beat Miggs, here comes a loser, you will lose his game.
Got us.
Faithful morning, a man of brilliance, seeking out for fame. He raised his voice and called along to Miggs he try and aim. They sought the ref to arbitrate and BJ to defame. The score was 9-10, we saw the Miggs had won again. Oh, beat Miggs, don't be a loser. Beat Miggs, you might be a loser. Beat Miggs, you are a loser. You just lost this game.
Nice.
I don't know what's funnier, that Dave pranked us or BJ. Your timing on the song could not be worse.
Whoops. I tried.
It is time to beat Miggs. I forgot what to do after that. I'm not used to that. It's weird. I know. I feel something's empty inside.
There was a whole panic that Danny played the wrong song. Like, it was just like, you got me, dude.
No, all of us looked up and we all gave Danny the death glare. Like, what the hell are you doing, man? Do you know? I now know.
Exactly. And also, it's Thursday, so let's get cracking.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah.
It's water theme, too.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Sea shanties and krakens and all that fun stuff.
Oh, my.
Let's get to our contestant today. We got Jacob in Marysville. Jacob, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Jacob will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Jacob, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
An outline of an object seen or as if seen against a light is known as a what?
Reflection?
No.
Can you repeat the question?
An outline of an object seen or as if seen against the light is known as a what?
Skip.
A scaramouche is a boastful but cowardly person in which European language?
French?
No.
German?
No.
I don't know, pass.
What movie ticketing company is also the name of a Spanish dance?
Salsa?
No.
Cha-cha?
No.
Tango?
No. A flash of lightning with a simultaneous crash of thunder is known by what T word?
Man, these questions are hard today. I don't know.
The band,
not hard if you figure it out.
The band live had the song titled "What Crashes."
Thunder?
No. Jacob gets a goose egg.
I have to say, the key was scaramouche because for me, that's when it's like, oh, when was the last time I've ever heard that word? And I know exactly where I heard that word.
Well,
I'm going to give this to you, buddy.
Don't spoil anything yet. We'll see if Steve can figure out what's going on
this
here.
This might be your more clever themed one, I have to say.
Oh, look at that.
Maybe because I figured it out, so I feel smart.
No, there you go. Yeah, exactly. It's like if you figure it out, you might think I'm a genius. But
we'll see if Steve will figure it out. He might not be able to.
Well, Steve, he's a smart boy.
Thank you.
I trust you.
An April Fool's joke.
No. I'm being totally sincere.
I got a feeling.
Tonight's going to be a good night.
A good night. No, you are always an April Fool's-y kind of guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I might be in my head, but I'm thinking there might be an April Fool's vibe.
What? Come on.
Well,
right.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
The outline of an object seen or as if seen against the light is known as a what?
Prism?
No.
Outline. Shadow?
No.
I don't know. Pass.
A scaramouche is a boastful but cowardly person in which European language?
Italian.
Yes. What movie ticketing company is also the name of a Spanish dance?
Fandango?
Yes. The flash of lightning with a simultaneous crash of thunder is known by what T word?
Thunder.
No.
It's a time.
No.
Pass.
The band live had the song titled What Crashes?
Lightning.
Yes. Which astronomer and mathematician discovered the craters of the moon?
Uranus.
No.
Pass.
Mozart created the opera The Marriage of whom?
Daniel and Bree?
No.
I don't know. Blake and Gwen?
No.
Live?
No. What is the title of England's Elizabeth II?
Queen?
Yes. Steve, 1, 2, 3, 4. You win 4-0. Jacob didn't figure it out.
He did not figure it out. Steve didn't figure it out either, I don't think.
No, he didn't. So let's go down the list again and we'll continue. BJ, do you know the outline of an object seen or as if seen against the light, what that is known as?
A silhouette.
A silhouette. You did know that Scaramouche is from Italian. Also, the movie ticketing company is the Fandango or the Fandango.
Yep. The Fandango, Thunderbolt and Lightning. Very, very frightening.
Danny, hit it.
I see a little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche.
You do the
Fandango.
Thunderbolt. Galileo. Figaro.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last questions, the title of England's Elizabeth II was Queen. And then the next question would have been being socially unconventional in an artistic way is known as what B word?
Would that be Bohemian?
It would be Bohemian. And then in ancient Greece, what R word means a part of an epic poem, rhapsody.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very clever. I have to, Steve, again, because I got it. That's why I say it's very clever.
Yeah. No, I'm totally tracking. How much weed did you smoke when you came up with this one?
I won't disclose the amount, but we'll say that, it was very inspired.
Should we thank Billy from Mary Mart for this?
Quite
yes,
possibly.
we should.
Yes,
we should. This, this really, I normally hate everything Rev does, but this was really, really clever.
That is super awesome.
Well, yeah.
Thank you very much.
It wasn't until Scaramouche I thought, oh, man, Scaramouche. I've only heard that in Bohemian Rhapsody. And then I'm like, wait a minute.
And Fandango.
Yep. So
I missed Fandango. I didn't get that one. So it wasn't until Scaramouche that I caught on.
well, congratulations, Steve. You won, and happy April Fool's Day, everybody.
Yes.
See, that's the kind of April Fools I like.
Yeah.
You know, I really do.
Harmless.
I think, harmless, have a fun time, have a joke.
You're not ruining someone's day with it. It's just more of like got me kind of a thing.
It really is interesting I'll tell you, our culture is evolving more towards that. There was a survey. They said, okay, folks, let's talk about April Fools. Do you think the pranks are fun or funny or do you think they're annoying? And, people now finally are pretty split. You know, it's like really almost half of us are like one way or the other, which it makes me feel better because I feel like everybody thought I was an idiot for not enjoying April Fool's Day, maybe 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah. I don't really. Sometimes you just get kind of annoyed by them because some people just try and go too far with it. Like what Rev did was super fun. I'm a fan of like when businesses do it, like when like Burger King does it or like Volkswagen. I know they caught some flack because they picked 3 days before April Fool's to do their April Fool's joke, which made no sense. But they changed their name to Volkswagen, and I thought that was clever.
It's clever, but here's the problem. They could be in real big trouble because folks went and bought stock based on that news. And so the SEC is like, whoa, you can't be doing stuff like that. I mean, Elon Musk got into trouble for saying some stuff that, the stock price. I don't think that was their intention at Volkswagen, but when you're a giant company like that, you have really you just can't be kidding around. You just really have to be careful and not kid around.
Well, that sucks because I'm not a stock guy, so it doesn't bother me, but I can understand what you mean. I enjoy when they change their names and do silly things like that. Like, Burger King usually crushes it with those.
Yeah, and I have to say, Volkswagen was clever. I mean, I'm not mad at the company for that, but now we got to think about just how it impacts the stock market. I mean, it's like, okay, like you said, Steve, it's like, well, I guess the super rich people, they're the idiots. Good. It's about time they get hit in it, with their own stupidity.
Oh, look at like Bud Light Seltzer.
See, I loved that one.
Yeah, Vicky's showing me that right now, and that's hilarious.
Well, and it was hilarious yesterday too because Rev literally messaged me at 7:00.
Pizza and veggie flavor,
and was doing pizza flavored seltzer, and it's all different types of pizza.
Rev was like, "Don't fall for anything today or tomorrow." And then I sent him that, and Rev was like, "Why would they do that? That sounds terrible." And I was like, "It's pizza flavored seltzer." Also, April Fool's Day, Rev.
And it's like, oh yeah.
But also, I kind of want to try it.
Yeah.
Really?
I would not turn it down.
Really?
Oh, pizza's just great and everything. I feel like,
Pizza water? Why do they just have hot dog flavored water?
Well,
if we can sing about it, it will come.
With chocolate starfish.
No, I don't want chocolate starfish.
And I don't know. I'm the kind of guy that takes a sip of my soda, right after I have a bite of pizza. You know what I mean? It's like, why not? That saves me. It might even save me some calories, to be honest with you, if I could just have pizza flavored like LaCroix or something.
Someone said, do you remember what Pornhub did last year? I can't remember. What did they do last year?
I don't remember if it was last year or a few years ago. They did the whole your video has been shared on Facebook.
Oh, that's funny.
That's terrifying.
Ooh.
But that hurts nobody, really, at the end of the day.
Well, that hurts me, I'll tell you. I don't want my videos out there.
They have a whole thumbnail to watch April Fool's porn videos.
Oh, yeah. I'm watching that.
Let me click on that and see if that's a joke or not.
Yeah. Well, this is no research there, Steve.
My pervy stepsis loves April Fool's sex games.
Oh,
I should click on that to make sure it's not a joke, right?
Oh, yeah, you're really sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'm sure the company won't have a problem with that.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Let me X out.
Hey, this may shock you, but it turns out that pranks pretty much are a game for the young. Because when they ask people, hey, do you like pranks? If you were over the age of 30, people are like, nah, it's annoying. Whereas people under the age of 30, no, pranks are awesome. And here's a shocker. Do you know that people like to prank others rather than be pranked themselves? That was something that came out in the survey, shocked the hell out of me.
No way.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but here's the thing. 43, it's like, what is it? 46% of the people said they like playing pranks on other people rather than having play. So what about the other people? It's like, really? You like pranks played on you?
I don't mind a good prank played on me. If it's not going to screw up my day and it's not going to, it's just a quick, like what Rev did or like something along those lines where it's clever and it's like, damn it, you got me. That's kind of a fun moment.
Yeah. And I mean, to me, like you said, that is super harmless. I don't even know if I'd call that a prank, but yeah, you're right. It's definitely a very light prank, at least.
I do love that everyone's using, there's a ton of, the Bears have traded for Russell Wilson April Fool's pranks going on right now.
Oh, nice.
Poor Bears fans.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my God, Bush Beer did Bush Ranch.
Yeah.
Bush Ranch?
Ooh.
Well, it makes sense because isn't Bush the same company as Bud Light? I think they are. Yeah,
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Anheuser-Busch. I think it is. So it's Bush Ranch dressing.
Yes.
Oh man,
You use that with the pizza seltzer.
Yeah, you dip your Bud Light seltzer into your Bush Ranch.
Yeah.
I almost want to try that too. What would a beer flavored ranch dressing taste
I
like?
have zero interest in that one.
I actually want to go. I think hey, listen, I'm willing to try anything as long as I get ranch.
Has Burger King done anything yet?
They did the sourdough thing yesterday. So they said that they're going to have sourdough and everything, and they're going to have sourdough shakes and sourdough this, that, and the other. And it was kind of like, okay.
Yeah, the idea of doing April Fool's pranks before April Fool's is irritating to me. I feel like just do it on the day.
Although they're going to have a sour Hershey pie dough. Nice.
Oh, okay.
The problem is I want to eat these things.
I kind of do, yeah.
Oh, that looks delicious, actually.
Well, I mean, and I see what you're saying, do them on the day, but at the same time, they want to do it the day before, so that way today they could be like, April Fools, we tricked you yesterday.
Oh, so that's the thing now? Is like you do it the day before, then you tell people on April Fool's Day it's a joke?
The big reveal. At least on social media, a lot of places are doing that.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
They got the chocolate Whopper. You guys want to try that one?
I like the chocolate Whopper.
Yeah, right? It's like just chocolate sauce dripping all over.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that. I don't know if that looks that good.
It kind of looks like a McRib.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then again, though, Vicky, what's that? Is it mole sauce? What is that chocolate sauce that it's in?
Mole.
Mole, chocolate and peanuts. Yeah.
So, I mean, geez, that sounds really good on a Whopper. A mole Whopper? Oh, I want that. Okay. Too bad it's April Fool's Day and I'm getting nothing. We got a dude that was fired from his job. And why was he fired? For an aggressive use of question marks. Yeah, he got fired for that. I'll tell you all about this at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
New on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Man, this is a bizarre story. There's a doctor. His name is Benoit Sobnak. He was a lecturer in Loughborough University in the UK for 18 years before he was fired last March. And the reason he was fired is unnecessarily aggressive punctuation.
They actually said that's the reason why they're letting him go.
Yeah, and it was because of how he uses question marks. They said that the way he would end these sentences with question marks were very aggressive. Like one text he said, quote, "Do you have to stay for dinner? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. 4 of them." And quote, "Why don't you listen?" And that had 6 question marks.
Okay, he's gone too far. You got to stop after 3.
Yeah. I thought 3 was pretty much it. Like 3 was all you do.
Is it worse if you did the question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point?
See, I only do 3, and it depends on whether or not I'm more exclaimed than questioning or vice versa. Then I will do, either question, question, or exclaim, question, exclaim. Either way, 3 is enough.
My brain.
I mean, I've already made up rules, if you believe that.
Shocking.
Hard to believe, isn't it? Yeah.
I used to be guilty of doing way too many exclamation points, but it was never because I was being aggressive. It was more just out of pure excitement. I'm like, thanks so much. And then there was like 6 exclamation points, and my buddy would be like, 1 exclamation point would have been enough. And ever since then, I've kept that in the back of my mind. I'm like, you're right. That was just unnecessary.
Yeah, 1 is like, oh, that's pretty cool. 2 is like, whoa, that, what? You really got my interest. 3 is like, yeah, for the greatest thing that's ever happened to you.
Yeah.
You go beyond 3, and I just feel like it's enough. Now even though we all have our idea that this guy surely, what the hell are you doing with all these question marks? That is still a ridiculous reason to get fired. And an employment board agreed. A judge gave him a $20,000 payout. Now, Benoit was looking for 4 times that amount. But the judge said it was clear that Benoit was also doing other stuff that led him to get fired. And it's just the reason the school gave wasn't good enough, which I don't know how the UK works, but you don't have to tell anybody a reason here in this country why you're firing them. You just fire them.
I got a feeling that they maybe have to, but if that's I would come up with a way better. If there's other things, I would have used any of those except and left this one out because it just seems so ridiculous.
I want to know what those other things were. That the fact is, how good or bad could they have been? I mean, the judge agreed he should have been fired, but they just feel like the excuse was lame. So what else was he doing? I wish they would tell us the other stuff that he did, because he sounds like a very annoying guy. That's a fact.
Now, it's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So this dude was fired for an aggressive use of question marks. Based on this, we want to know, finish this sentence, I still can't believe that I once was fired for blank. 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. Finish this sentence, I still can't believe I was once fired for blank. We got your calls, we got your texts after Papa Roach on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There was a guy that was fired for an aggressive use of question marks. So based on this, we want you to finish this sentence. I still can't believe I was once fired for blank. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Mel in Seattle. Mel, you are on The Rock. Hello, Mel.
Hi.
Mel.
Hi, sorry, I had to shut my radio off.
That's all right, Mel. Welcome to the show, Mel. What you got for us?
So when I'm 41 now, but when I was, I think I was 17, it was my very first job at Northwest Trek up in Eatonville.
Uh-huh.
And I was working in the cafe. I was just a server, and the mountain lions got out. They had 2 mountain lions that escaped. And I think it was like the second time that it had happened that year. And they told everybody that the whole park was on lockdown and that no one was allowed to leave until they caught the mountain lions. And my shift was over, and I wanted to go home. And I waited like 6 hours after my shift. And I called my dad and had him come pick me up. I didn't tell him about the mountain lion situation. And I just had him come get me. And then they called my dad a couple hours later and told him that that the mountain lions had escaped. I think they actually had to shoot one of them.
Damn.
But I got fired for leaving before they caught the mountain lions.
Wait. So you left. So they didn't want anybody to leave because they felt like you wouldn't be safe. Is that it?
Yeah, because they needed to catch them first. I think they didn't know where they were.
Oh, wow.
And so they were looking for them, or maybe they did know where they were.
And that went against their policy. They were like, you disobeyed a direct order, so we got to let you go for that.
Basically, yeah. I basically blatantly defied what they had told us to do. They said that I had endangered my life, and I I got in a lot of trouble.
You know what? I mean, honestly, these days, I think everybody does everything just in case there's a lawsuit.
Yep.
You know, and that seems to me that's exactly what that was, because you know, I mean, if you just want to go and put your life in danger, that's your business. But now it's everybody else's business, all because of the wonderful, frivolous lawsuits that we get on a daily basis.
BJ, you'll appreciate this one. My dad was fired for making a phone call to a radio station. There's a radio contest for Ron White tickets. He made the call 2 minutes before his break. He didn't win the tickets, but then he called the radio station, told them what happened. They gave him front row seats to the show.
Nice.
That was
Again,
us, of course. That did that.
Yeah.
That sounds like something we would do.
I think with a lot of these stories, we're going to find out there was a lot more going on. Like 2 minutes before your break is not that big of a deal if you're a great worker. But if you're not a great worker, then this is, the perception is reality. They're hating you already. Yeah. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Peyton in Lake Stevens. Peyton, you are on the Rock.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Not too bad, Peyton. What you got for us, buddy?
So the story goes that I came back from moving across the country after high school, and one of my buddies was working at a detailing shop, and, he just offered me a job, so I ended up going to go work there, and I had no experience of detailing anything, and basically after, just 2 weeks of, very minimalistic training, got thrown into, doing brand new cars for the dealership. Oh, yeah. And the power tool got away from me, and I messed up a brand new, I'm not going to say the make, but a brand new car, and as quickly as I was in, I was out.
Ouch.
And,
was it an expensive car? It wasn't like a Toyota or a Honda or, those are great cars, but they're not super high end.
Yeah, I mean, definitely higher end for just the class, but
wow,
nothing, no McLarens or anything crazy, but definitely a higher.
Yeah,
end car.
I think I know the neighborhood you're living in, and a lot of the folks that own those cars would not take too kindly to that.
No customer car or the dealership itself does not appreciate messed up sidewalls.
Oh man, that is again, it really sucks because if you don't get trained, you're the bad guy there, and yet you know what, they're the ones that fire your butt, which is to me is like.
Hey, speaking of butts, how about this person said, I can't believe I once got fired for pooping. It was a longer than normal poop, and they sent someone to check up on me, and at that point I was already washing my hands, so they just assumed I was hanging out at the sink, killing time.
Yeah, that reminds me of one of our fine workers in this building that we have. Oh, wait, he's actually in this area. Oh, wait, he's actually in this room. The Reverend Fuego, I think, was in trouble for bathroom stuff.
Yeah, well, mine wasn't just for going to the bathroom. It was basically when I was working in an assembly line. I really didn't like doing it, and it was an early job, so I would go into the bathroom and I would take naps. And I would nap for, sometimes I think the longest time was like a half hour. And I didn't get fired for it, but I was put on that, probation or whatever. And I mean, I just quit anyway. But,
so when you were taking the naps, did you actually have your pants down for extra, that way?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It was a realistic
approach.
Yeah, I was on the toilet and I was sitting there and I would just kind of doze off.
Okay, that's an image I didn't need to see, Steve. Thank you for that.
Well, I'm here for you, BJ. I know you want to eat less, so I figured that would be a thing to share.
You know what?
Yeah, there you go.
Guess what? My doctor's going to love you. You keep this up.
We're here to help.
It's portion control. I'll share these stories with you.
That's what really bothers me about the new floor plan we have in our building. It's a super open floor plan, and there's no place to really, you can't sleep in your office anymore because everybody can see inside everybody's office.
True. Yeah, I miss those days when we could close the door and just fall asleep on the floor.
That's why we bought you a sleeping couch, Steve, for that reason.
I know, and it was awesome for that year that we had it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, someone once got fired for pissing off his boss's girlfriend. His boss was also married.
Oh. Okay. God, I would be so irritated by that situation because I've had those kind of employment situations before where, there was a guy and another woman in another department that I worked in the clothing store, and I just did not get along with them, or I didn't get along with her. And you know what? No matter what she did, I couldn't get the boss to realize. I go, look, it's at least 50% my fault and 50% her fault. Why are you always siding with her? And then I found out that they both were banging each other and stealing money from the company. And I was made, that's why. Oh, and of course he was married, and yeah. Oh, and you're not supposed to steal from the company, from what I understand.
All of that is frowned upon, I hear. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to Brooklyn in Snohomish. Brooklyn, you are on the rock.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you doing?
Good, thank you, Brooklyn. What you got for us?
Awesome. So this is kind of a two-part story. So I'm working security as somewhat of a first responder. I won't say where. I had a puppy that was about 3 months old at the time, so I was bringing her to work so I could take care of her throughout the day because I couldn't leave her at home by herself for long periods. And this just happened to be on Thanksgiving Day. I had one other coworker. Everything was closed down. I wasn't taking any real calls. It was a really slow, boring day. And I was taking my puppy in the security vehicle, just driving around, setting up equipment and with one other coworker, and just having a really chill day. And I went out of work on an ankle injury a few weeks later, but before that, a coworker kind of made a joke about me, saying like, "Oh, you should totally take your puppy in the truck as a canine officer one of these days." It was just kind of like something funny that I laughed at. I was like, "Yeah, I already did that on Thanksgiving Day." So while I was out on injury, I got a call halfway through from some of the higher-ups in my company stating that I was being terminated for having my puppy in the security vehicle on Thanksgiving Day.
I don't understand. Why is there a reason why the puppy couldn't be there? Because maybe the puppy might attack somebody? Why is that a problem?
That's what I was wondering, and that's what everybody else was wondering, too. Everybody in my company was dumbfounded by it, and they all laughed at it. And then anybody else that I tell, too, they're kind of, I don't know, amazed at the fact that I got fired for that because it's so ridiculous. But the flip side of that, too, though, is I got a call a year prior to that somebody had left their dog chained up outside on the sidewalk in the cold rain for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And so I was actually told by my supervisor to go and grab that dog and bring it into the security truck in the nice, warm, climate-controlled, comfortable area to drive around.
That is very bizarre. That is weird that they basically told you that you could have that dog in the truck, but you couldn't have your dog in the truck. That's really weird.
That's why I thought it was strange. And I was an exemplary employee. Like, I was one of their best employees, too. So it was just one of those funny things.
And you said that happened on Thanksgiving when you had it?
Yes, that's correct.
So what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Of course. Hello?
I asked the hard-hitting questions.
You really did.
I didn't mean to offend her with that question.
Yeah. I don't know what the heck your problem is, Steve.
Bring up food. I mean, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I like to know what people like to eat.
I'm unfortunately having a hard time with my call screener thing here, so I think that's why she's gone.
Oh, because, you hung up on her.
Well, I did. She's, according to my screen, she's still there, and I can't get rid of her. So, I mean, I think maybe what we're going to do is, Danny, you can go to, let's see, you know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to break, and then I'm going to try to figure this out because I can't get this stuff to work. I can't get anybody on the phone. But thank you all for calling. You're wonderful people. Technology loves all of us. So while I try to fix
candied
this,
yams. That's my answer.
Candied yams.
Nice.
Yeah,
the marshmallows.
Good job.
Yeah.
Sorry,
hey, this
Steve.
is Brooklyn, and my favorite is turkey and gravy.
All right,
we got her back for a second.
I don't know if you know that. Brooklyn. It's great. All right. What do you think people said was the top food that will instantly cheer them up? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'll do that at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I have lots of tickets that I haven't paid. Can those be discharged through a bankruptcy?
Yes, there are some limits on what we can do with tickets. Tickets cannot be discharged in a full bankruptcy. In a Chapter 7 case, that won't help you get your license back. But in Chapter 13 reorganization, tickets are dischargeable. Most types of tickets are dischargeable. So you would have to pay back some of the tickets in a Chapter 13 case, but the vast majority of them could be discharged if you complete the plan. And again, you would get your license back right away when you filed the Chapter 13 case, as long as the only reason you don't have your license is because of failure to pay your tickets. But the Chapter 13 process will help you get your license back and repay a small portion of your tickets in most cases, and get your license reinstated almost immediately.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.